What was the message in there? Hello.
Hello. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, sir.
Manasvi, she messaged me now. I think she did not
She's here.
see the message yesterday.
Sir, I'm.
She's there. Okay.
Sir, I saw the message. I was forwarding that. Now Hardik told me that at 8 a.m. we'll have to join Nissan Man's.
Thank you, Hardik. Okay, so 6th standard has English class as regular schedule, and we were all studying about Kalpana Chawla, right, Kedar?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and that day you all were asking me about all those engineering terms. What is aeronautical engineering? What is aerospace engineering, right? So I've got someone here today with us. Can you see her? She's Najiba Murtuza.
Hello everyone. Hi. Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah.
8 a.m. classes are too early, no? We should
Sorry?
have it a little late. 8 a.m. classes are too early, no?
Yeah.
8 a.m.
For us it is. But we are getting used to it, right, Nikunj?
Yes.
Okay. So she is studying aerospace engineering, and she's a very sorted and a very intelligent girl. And she's here to share a few of her experiences. And what do they do while they are studying aerospace engineering? What do they do at college? It's a lot of fun, I tell you. So let's hear it from her. Are you all ready? Do you want to know about it?
Yes.
Hi everyone. Good morning.
Yeah, over to you, Najiba.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning everyone. How are you all?
We are fine.
It feels like none of you have had your breakfast, right? All of you look so sleepy. Okay, let's cut all this and I'll start my presentation, okay? So I'll tell you what aerospace engineering is and I'll explain to you what aeronautical engineering is and then I'll also show you some cool videos that we do and the cool videos are the things that we do in college. So I think it will inspire you to do aerospace engineering as well. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask, okay? My screen's visible, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's start. Okay. So, aerospace engineering. It is basically rocket science. Aerospace engineering is rocket science. So, what exactly is aerospace engineering if you have that question? So, aerospace engineering deals with the development of planes and rockets and satellites and drones and missiles. So, anything that flies, we aerospace engineers take care of it. We develop it, we design it, and then we implement it. So aerospace engineering is basically divided into two branches. One is aeronautical engineering and the other is astronautical engineering. So aeronautical engineering deals with anything that stays inside the atmosphere. You all know the atmosphere, right? I'm sure you guys do. It's started.
Nikunj?
Yes.
You are aware of the atmospheric layer that we have. So everything inside the atmospheric layer comes in astronautical engineering. So planes, gliders, and missiles, everything that comes inside the atmosphere is aeronautical engineering. And anything that is outside the atmosphere, in the space, the unknown, that is the astronautical engineering. So people who do astronautical engineering, they deal with satellites, rockets, rovers, everything like that. Clear so far? Then we have what exactly do aerospace engineers do? So aerospace engineers, they are basically mechanical engineers who develop and manufacture different, as I said, planes and drones. And they do designs and they come up with new techniques and new technologies to help benefit and fasten the original processes that we already have. So they develop they develop technology for space exploration, for sending satellites far to different planets, to Venus. Do you guys know about this recent discovery that happened? Something about Venus. Are you guys aware of it? So I'll tell you. So recently,
Najiba,
yeah,
just a second. I think they know it.
okay, something that happened yesterday.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So who will tell me?
Manasvi, are you there? Nikunj, would you like to tell?
Ma'am, what about Venus?
Yes.
Ma'am, astronauts has find some life with layer million life. So it indicates that life is there on Venus.
Yes, that is exactly what I was gonna come to. So isn't that interesting? Don't you find it interesting that there's life on some planet that is millions of years away from us?
Yes, I have searched on it also on Google.
Oh, very good, very good. So yeah, so aerospace engineers come up with the technologies that help us find and detect different things that is outside the universe and inside the atmosphere, outside the atmosphere, inside the atmosphere as well. And then we develop engines and everything for yeah. So this image, this is the inside of a airplane engine. All of you have flown on a plane, right? So this image is inside the aerospace, the aircraft engine. You see how intricate it is, how detailed it is.
Yes.
So this to make something like this and to work on it or what else to maintain it, things like this, aerospace engineers do. Okay. Then we have where exactly do aerospace engineers work? Okay. So aerospace engineers, they work at ISRO. They're scientists at ISRO or at DRDO. DRDO is the defense organization of India. Okay. Then they work at NASA, they can. And they work at SpaceX. You're all aware of SpaceX, right? Elon Musk and everything. No? Yes. What do I take this silence as the answer to?
What's Swami? Hardik said something?
You guys know who Elon Musk is?
He's a scientist.
Yeah, he's a scientist, he's an inventor. So he is one of the. Okay. So originally, the rockets that we used, we couldn't reuse them again. Okay. So because of all the atmospheric layers, the rockets used to burn out. So they weren't reusable. Elon Musk is an inventor, and he and his company SpaceX they develop rocket boosters that we can reuse. So they go and they re-enter and they land. So they are reusable. So we can use it for multiple different space exploration for multiple different missions. In this way, it cuts cost a lot. Yes, I think Hardik is saying
Elon
something.
is
Yeah.
also the CEO of Tesla, no?
Yeah, exactly that guy. So Elon Musk is the CEO of Tesla, and he is also the CEO of SpaceX. So he's a very intelligent person. Okay, so yeah, so SpaceX did that. So that is a very, very big step or a leap for rocketry and rocket science in the industry. Okay, so SpaceX is one of the very highly sorted companies. And you can also become scientists at airplane agencies like Boeing and anything else. How many of you know? You're aware of Boeing, right? Okay. I think I'm assuming you guys are. So, other than scientists, aerospace engineers can also become manufacturers. Okay, so they can like manufacture all the other aerospace, the vehicles, the aircraft and rockets and satellites. And aerospace engineers can also become pilots at the Indian Air Force. If someone here has the zeal to join the Indian Air Force, then you can become an aerospace engineer and then join the Air Force. Or you can become a commercial pilot, like join Air India or join Indigo or any other space agent, airspace agency. Now, okay, I'll be honest with you. I wish I had a story like my inspiration is Kalpana Chawla, so we had a good segue over there. But I, as a kid, when I was as old as you guys are right now, I loved watching movies. I still do, but I loved watching movies. So one of my favorite heroes basically is Shah Rukh Khan. You guys don't have to, of course you do. Everyone does. We live in India. You have to know who Shah Rukh Khan is. So, yeah, I love Shah Rukh Khan. I still do. I love Shah Rukh Khan. So one of his movies is Swadesh. Anyone of you seen it? I'm sure the teachers must have. Anyone of you?
Yeah.
No? Okay. So in this movie, Shah Rukh Khan is a rocket scientist and he works at NASA. So I loved the whole thing and I was like, I want to do this. I want to do what Shah Rukh Khan is doing in this movie. I want to look into telescopes and I want to see at the stars and I want to do everything that he's done over here. So I decided to become an aerospace. I read about it, I researched about it, and I decided to become an aerospace engineer. And here I am giving you a lecture. Now, I'll show you the best, most interesting videos that you'll ever see. You guys are ready, right? So what aerospace engineers do in college is we model aircraft. Okay. So this is a small aircraft that we modeled, complete with proper engines and everything. Okay. And I have a video that goes with it. You guys are ready?
Yeah, Kabir, are you there?
Yes,
I remember
ma'am.
Kabir. Yes, are you there? Are you looking at this? I think
Yes.
you're from you. I remember you talking about airplanes once. When we saw it in the school magazine, the Boeing and the Airbus thing. Okay, Najiba, you can continue.
Yeah. So I'll show you this video again. So this is a small airplane that one of the student teams at our college made. And yeah, we made this for a competition and this is how it's like. And the video is not complete, but it properly lands and everything. Okay, like they do on the actual airplanes do. So it properly lands on the ground. So this is one thing that we do. Then we also make gliders. You guys know what gliders are? Anyone of you seen paragliding in that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So that gliders are basically that. So what they do is they use the like we throw them with a lot of press, a lot of velocity, a lot of speed, and they fly in air, they glide in air, but they don't have any engines. They just glide. with the air. Okay. You saw that? That pointed out. And this thing, if I saw it, is it properly visible?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so this is the glider. This is again made by a student team, and it was again for a competition that we went to. And then we also have a lot of drones. Okay, we have a lot of different teams working on different types of drones. This is one of the biggest one. You see this? I'll show you a video in a minute. So this is a drone that would have been capable of carrying a person. Now we didn't try it with the payload, the person sitting in the middle. It is supposed to carry a person to different locations. That was the objective behind this drone. Okay. Not on the ground, okay? Okay. You guys saw it? See how far up it is from the ground. Is this not interesting? To make something that can fly,
It is very interesting.
right? And I have another image of a drone, another video of a drone. So these are the drones that we use there. Guys, have you seen aerial photography? Anyone? Photos taken from above?
Yes, I saw one.
Right. I think Hardik has. Right.
So they use the drones for shooting.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. So this drone that we made, this drone's purpose was to capture like fests and different events that we have in college from above. So this is a drone made by students for the same purpose. So it has a camera at the below, and it's like we haven't sent it far, but it goes very up in the sky. Okay, it goes very up. It takes everything from up, all the photos and videos, basically videos, all the videos from above. There's a GoPro attached to it. So yeah, this is the main. That is why this drone had been developed. Then, right, we also make rovers. So you're aware of what rovers are, right? So on Mars, do you know there's a rover on Mars that is there to like capture everything and send data back to Earth. So yeah, so this is something like that we made for like we operate on Earth, but its main purpose was to like make something that will be very sturdy and can hold its grounds on Mars or any other planet with rock in it, with Earth in it. So these are the different rockets over, different rovers over here that constitute of this that are like made by different teams, and well, that's it. Yeah, that's that. So there are many colleges in India, right? So there are like competitions, inter college competitions where different college teams come and they like participate and they present their ideas. So this was from one of those such competitions, and there are different teams from different colleges who participated and like made different drones and came up with their own idea of a drone and presented away. Would you guys like to see this video again? Okay. Yeah, so that's it. So that is basically in a gist what aerospace engineers do in college, what we do in future, and what are the, yeah. So that's aerospace engineers. You guys have any questions?
No.
Have
Yeah.
you tried to make spaceships?
Yeah, we make rockets. Rockets are spaceships.
Aliens have and such.
I'm sorry, your voice is breaking. Just a minute. Let's stop sharing and then.
I said that aliens have the circular one.
Just a minute. No, yeah, please. Can you please repeat your question? I did not hear it clearly.
Are you saying UFO?
No, not you.
Have you
Yeah, have I?
have you tried to make spaceships without circular shape like aliens have?
No. Okay. So what the circular shape basically is, I think you've seen this in movies, because circular ships are the main reason that, first of all the spaceships that are, they are circular. They are circular because so that people can they can, when they rotate it, because of centrifugal force. Do you guys know what centrifugal force is? Okay, the centrifugal force is something that pulls you to the edges of a round circular thing. Okay, a circular tube for that matter. So all spaceships are circular, and they have they're circular so that they can generate artificial gravity in them, so that the astronauts inside it can stay walk when they want to, and stay seated, and everything, that all the equipment that they have can stick to the ground or stay on where it is. So that is the main reason that spacecrafts are circular. Not circular, cylindrical basically. And yeah, and spacecraft, I think that's about it. That should cover it. Anyone else? Anyone else have any questions for me?
Kedar, Kabir, do you have questions? You got everything about it? Everything is clear now?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Sani, go ahead.
The full form of UFO is
Identified.
unidentified flying object.
Okay. Yeah. You're correct. Okay, so I'll tell you a thing about UFOs. UFOs haven't actually been spotted. Okay, well, they have, people claim that they've seen UFOs, but there is no scientific backing to that claim. It's all very speculative. So when people say they've seen a UFO, it is most of the times just some light reflecting or some kind of refraction happening. So scientists have never been able to prove the existence of UFOs or alien alienite for that matter until yesterday. Yesterday they have. So let's see where this goes. But yeah, UFOs haven't. People claim they've seen UFOs, but there haven't been a proper scientific backing to that claim. Anyone else? Any questions? Anything about engineering? Any kind of engineering? Oh, I'll tell you one interesting fact about aerospace engineering. Anyone here interested in Formula One cars? F1 racing. Anyone's following that recently? Ferrari, Mercedes, Red Bull, the different teams. No? None of you.
No.
Okay, so Formula One race cars.
I saw some that American Navy saw the UFO that
Okay.
was going ulta pulta. Yeah, it was so circular shape, but तेरा जा रहा था.
Okay. I'll still stick to that thing. American Navy, okay, see, that's what I'm saying. When people say they see a UFO, it is most of the time they confuse themselves with something, with some other thing that they think is a UFO but actually isn't. Because like for anything to be like there needs like if okay. So you know how big NASA is or ISRO is, right? You know how they have the knowledge, they know what's happening in the atmosphere and what's happening in space. They have satellites everywhere. So if a UFO comes inside the atmosphere, why won't they actually see it? So if a UFO would actually exist, matlab if they were actually there and people would have actually seen it, if an actual UFO would be spotted by someone, then I think that these agencies would know about it. This is what I think. Now I might be wrong, but
I want to say something.
Yeah.
But I don't know in which country, but man see that he was saying हम बोलते हैं ना टूटता है ना तो उसे ऐसी कुछ चमकती हुई चीज दिखी. It was falling very fast, very fast. He was thinking that it is a meteor, but when it fall, he go there, but there was not any hole, and the meteor was also not there.
Okay. So our atmosphere is very, very dense. Okay. So even when a small particle, a small like small a fist-sized rock, okay, fist-sized rocks are there in the atmosphere. They always keep crashing, and the meteors, the different asteroids, they keep crashing, and there are always some kind of debris that generates. So when even like a fist-sized rock or any kind of debris comes inside the earth due to gravity inside the atmosphere, it will vanish. It will vanish because it gets broken into so many tiny pieces that it's like just specks of dust on the ground. Okay.
It was not small, it was very big.
Yeah, even if there are big rocks. Okay, so maybe he might have confused it with some passing asteroid or meteoroid or something like that. He felt that it was falling, but it didn't fall. See, like when rockets come back to when re-entry happens and rockets come back to Earth, then let's say astronauts come back to Earth. Their the capsule that they come back in, it gets shrunk to half because all the material that is on the capsule it gets it gets corroded and it gets what's the correct word over here that I should use? It reduces in size because of all the corrosion and erosion and everything. Okay, so I still think that even if it was falling down, even if he saw something falling down and he didn't see anything on the ground, the chances are that the thing was very small and it eroded. It like vanished because of all the different atmospheric layers. Okay. I'll read about this later. I'll try to find what you're talking about, and I'll come back. I'll take ma'am's. I'll take your number from ma'am, and I'll come back to you on that. Okay. Okay. Anyone else?
No.
Can we travel faster than light speed with the fuel?
No, not right now. Not right now. No. Even the fastest, theoretically, the fastest.
In
Yeah. Yeah, you were saying something?
Is it possible in
Is it possible in future? I don't think. I mean, no, I don't think so. It's very difficult. That's what I was saying. Even the theoretically fastest mode of transport, for that matter, that we have, the Hyperloop, even that is not as fast as what the speed of light is. Okay, so it is going to be very difficult to crack that, but maybe in the future, like decades down. Yeah. Anyone else?
Nikunj, were you trying to say something?
Oh,
Sure.
no.
Okay. Yeah, anybody else? Suhani? No more questions?
No, I think you're going to. Yes, Hardik. Yes, sir. I'm sorry, I'm not aware of that. I'll try to read about it, and I haven't tried to read into this. I think they have okay. So what they do is they try to gravity pulls us down, right? So they try to push us up with the same equal amount of force. So in that way, it balances out, and then you feel more weightlessness. It's something similar to when you're on a lift and you try to jump, right? So for a tiny minute second, you'll feel that you're stationary. When the lift is going up and you try to jump in the same direction, for a tiny minute second, you'll feel like you're stationary. You'll feel the weightlessness. So zero gravity, I think, works in the similar manner. They try to balance out the forces. So they try to oppose the same gravitational force with another force that tries to push you up. The air, they use air thrusters, something similar to that. Thank you.
something about this? How they brings the zero gravity on the Earth when the aeroplane goes straight, like when it going to fly, then they means we all have to use seatbelts there, but if we didn't use the seatbelts, we'll fly over for 15 minutes. Zero gravity comes.
Okay, no, zero gravity doesn't exactly come at that point. We are being told to wear seat belts because when the aircraft is flying, there's this force called inertia force. Okay, so it is basically to like stop you from hitting yourself because of that. Because an aircraft is flying at a very fast speed, and your body won't be able to move with that same speed. So it's so that you stay in your position and don't fly off. Basically, that is the main reason why they have seatbelts. And maybe you face. I'm not sure about the weightlessness part at this thing, but if you're saying that it might be true, I'll have to read about that. I'll let you know.
So yeah, any more questions? Because like I mentioned earlier, Najiba is also a student and she too has a class at 9 a.m.
Yes.
Ma'am, last question.
Yes, sir. Please.
Our students are very curious. They always wanted to know about aliens. So we would like to hear from you. What is your opinion? Do they really exist, or this is all just fake, or what?
I think they exist because our universe is so large, so huge. We can't even comprehend it. Humans are not able to we've not even been to half the places that there is in the universe. So huge. So we only have images of even the images that we have of all the different galaxies. They are light years old. So we don't know what actually is happening there currently right now in this specific time. So we can't say that they don't exist there because of the old images that we have. Because so there is a high possibility that somewhere in the universe there is another life form, maybe way premature than us or way advanced than us. Still not advanced enough to contact us or come to our planet. But yeah, I think life form exists in some form on some planet in the universe. But there has to, because it is not possible that in such a vast universe that Earth is the only perfectly aligned planet from a star. There are many other planets that we know of that come in the golden ratio, the perfect distance from a star. But yeah, so there are many planets, but as I said, we have such old images of them that we do not know what actually is happening there right now. So yeah, I think alien life exists somewhere in the universe. Thank you.
All the UFOs that we see, maybe it is time traveling man from the future.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. I think time
Time
traveling is again.
traveling,
Yeah.
I remember that in a shop there was a camera, means camera. So in the camera it catches that one man अचानक से वहाँ पे आ गया.
Huh. Okay. I'll see. I personally don't believe in things like these. Like अचानक से यहाँ से वहाँ चले गया type. Because I think that videos are easily morphed. They can easily be edited and changed from their position. I can do it right now on my computer and show it to you. So I think that is not something that we should trust as proper scientific evidence. I'm talking scientifically, right? So we should not trust them as scientists. They are not something that a proper proof of time traveling for that matter. And yeah, so again, and talking about time traveling for us to understand what time traveling is, we need to understand first how time works, and that we haven't. As scientists, we have no clue how time works. For us, time is just something that goes on in a straight line. But for us to understand how time traveling works, we need to understand how to cut ourselves from this specific time and place ourselves back. That is something that we still haven't been able to understand. So time traveling again is a very something that might be possible. Very, I don't know. I still don't think it's something that's possible. Maybe not even in the future, unless we figure out how. I don't know. Science is less about trust and more about findings. Exactly, sir. Science is more about finding. So we can't just like we shouldn't assume that what's happening in a video is not something that has been staged that way. Anyone else?
Okay, so only 2 minutes are remaining. The meeting will be over in 2 minutes. So if you have a question, go for it.
No questions.
No questions? Okay. Yeah.
So you guys know what you want to do in the future? Like, what do you want to do? Like, is there someone of you, like someone amongst you who's decided what they want to be when they grow up?
Kedar was telling us something that day. He wants to be a mechanical engineer.
Mechanical engineering is really interesting.
Ma'am,
Yes,
Yes.
Manasi.
there was coming that will travel to Mars, all the people of Earth.
Yeah, not all the people of Earth right now, but yeah, there are Mars missions that are being planned. Like like human Mars missions, like with proper astronauts and everything. They are like they just go there, they'll settle over there, and they'll try to figure out how we can like live on Mars. But I think that again is very far fetched, and we should like work more towards preserving the Earth that we have and like saving all humanity on Earth rather than sending them away and like sending them away from the problem. I think that is not a proper solution. So we should like take care of our Earth, reuse, reduce, recycle, and everything. That would be a far better approach. What is the relationship between aerospace and submarine engineering? It is very like it is to like same thing but like on different spectrums because they work on in different mediums. So aerospace engineering is more like atmosphere and more like it the like or no atmosphere like in space. But submarine they have like in submarines they have a very specific they have like water, saline water, so that it has a very specific density and it is also under a lot of pressure. So that is where the things go different between these two because the aerodynamics or the streamlined shape that we need for a plane is not something that will work inside the water, inside the ocean. So tell us about air pressure and water density. Okay, so air pressure, when like, we talk about airplanes or rockets, air pressure is continuously changing because the atmosphere is not constant with the pressure. It's always thinning at the top. So when we fly a plane or we like talk about rockets, the air pressure is continuously changing. So we have to take into account that change in air pressure. But when we talk about the density of water and air density also it decreases as we go up. But density